Africa Week UK 2025, a landmark celebration of culture, connection and collaboration, officially opened on the 2nd of October with a vibrant showcase of Africa's rich and diverse heritage. The inaugural event began with colourful cultural displays that captivated the audience, setting the tone for what would be an unforgettable 3-day experience. Guests were treated to the Beyond Boundaries art exhibition, a stunning collection of works from over 14 African countries, highlighting the creativity and depth of Africa's artistic talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, Karibu, Sanu, Akwaba, Saubona, Ajeko, Salam, Bonjour, Good morning. No.
The event was kicked off with remarks by organisers of Africa Week UK. Africa Week UK is not just an event. It's a strategic and cultural initiative created by the Africa Centre for Hospitality, Aviation and Tourism, AFCHAT, in partnership with Gruber Enterprises, Access Media and Kaya. Its purpose is to drive deeper engagement between Africa and the United Kingdom through trade, investment, culture and storytelling.
And so this is about telling our own story. What is the African story here in the UK? If you look within our communities, in business, in tourism, in culture, in arts, you see a growing influence of Africa. In politics, you see it. And so this event is an opportunity for us to bring it all together, network, get to know each other, and more importantly, build the bridges that we need to build between Africans on the continent and Africans here in the diaspora.
As we celebrate today, let us remember that Africa's story is still being written. And each one of us, whether on the continent or in the diaspora, has a role in ensuring that a story of unity, opportunity, and impact are told every single day.
A keynote address was delivered on behalf of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Her Excellency Shirley Ayokoboche, reaffirming the Commonwealth's commitment to Africa's growth and global partnerships.
Africa is not waiting to be rescued. Africa has all it needs to lead. That is the story we must tell. Africa not as a problem of the past, but as a solution of the future. And that requires reimagining and reinventing the different dimensions of partnership for transformation and growth. So this forum is not only about Africa. It is about the enduring relationship between Africa and the United Kingdom, a relationship that has not always been simple, but one that continues to evolve.
The future is bright, the future is Africa. And so as long as Africa is always on the spotlight, this event is always going to be relevant.
If we took young people as seriously as we take foreign investment, or as seriously as we take our natural resources, we would unlock something truly unstoppable. So I'm speaking to you today not as a young person in leadership, not asking for permission, but extending an invitation. The next time a young person comes to you with an idea, don't dismiss it. Don't tell them to wait for their time to come, because their time is now.
In attendance as special guest was the Ghana High Commissioner to the UK, Her Excellency Saba Zita Benson.
And it's been very interesting listening to everyone. I liked it when Elliot said the young people are full of ideas. And growing up back in Ghana, we were told to keep quiet as young people. We're supposed to be seen, not heard. And so we were trained more or less to be timid. But every time I interact with the young people lately, I am so proud of them, what they have achieved, what they are achieving, how outspoken they are. And personally, I also learned some new stuff from them. So I think that's the way to go, and I totally agree with Elliot.
I think most people will agree that Africa has become very important in the global conversation. And if you don't push that conversation, ourselves and that importance ourselves. Nobody else will. And I think it is our moment. We have to stop talking about Africa as the future. Africa is now. And these kinds of events help to cement that idea in the minds of our people.
London, with its diversity, is the perfect stage for this celebration. It reminds us that Africa is not confined to one continent. Africa lives in every corner of the globe through its diaspora. From medicine to technology, from arts to finance, the African diaspora continue to be the driving force in shaping global progress.
I'd like to welcome you all to the Maiden Africa Week. As they said, we've always been part of the Ghana-centered conversations, but this time around, it's about Africa. So the conversations are not only going to stay Ghana, but they're going to be more Africa.
My name is Joseph Kabakeza.
Alongside other distinguished dignitaries, including His Excellency Joseph Kabakeza, Deputy Rwanda High Commissioner to the UK, the Right Honourable Bell Ribeiro Adi, Member of Parliament for Clapham and Brixton Hill, members of the Diplomatic Corps, His Excellency Johnson Busenje, Rwanda's High Commissioner to the UK, and revered traditional leaders. Attendees experience a dynamic program of thought-provoking panel discussions and fireside chats covering a wide range of topics including investment, entrepreneurship, tourism, diplomacy, sports, and the creative arts. These sessions highlighted the continent's innovation, resilience, and global influence, with contributions from a diverse lineup of speakers representing various African countries and sectors.
Yes! Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is African creativity at its best.
The grand finale brought the house down with a spectacular African fashion show featuring bold, elegant, and expressive designs from over 15 African countries, a true celebration of identity, artistry, and modern African excellence.
Sweet Liz and Dakwa. Give it up.
L&D.
London meets Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, the designer is in the house.
Oh,
give it up for Liz and Sako. Yeah.
Awesome. You can do it better.
This is L&D.
And I want to commend the people, the visionary personal teams behind this project that is really needed, and especially for somebody that I also grew up some parts of my life in the UK. I'm Ghanaian British, so it's all of that, like, you know, our journey to building businesses in Africa, you know, in the UK. How do we bring all of this together to better ourselves as Africans in the UK? And those of us also doing businesses on the continent, in Africa as well. So I think it's a fantastic platform. We should all support it.
And I'm hoping that this opportunity, which has been enhanced by countries like Ghana, countries like Rwanda, Zambia, South Africa, and so on here, just about 5 or so countries, will next year be joined by other African countries who will see the need that together we are one, together we can forge ahead, and even together, we can do bigger and better.
It has been absolutely wonderful. The conversations from the dignitaries, the subject matter experts, and the African diaspora has been lovely. As we all know, Africa is the top continent in the world. So it's it's very timely to have this discussion here in the UK with the amount of African diaspora that is here, the amount of African diaspora that contributes to the economy here. And we want to take the skills that we have here, and it needs to be a collaborative relationship between the UK and Africa.
If you look at what Africa is doing, and Africa is the present, what Africa is doing in terms of the Continental Free Trade Agreement, in terms of building the bridges. I mean, in Ghana, we did a year of return, connecting African diaspora. We felt the need to really showcase Africa's presence here in the UK as a start to connecting African businesses and also connecting UK back to Africa and Africa back to the UK. So it's about trade, it's about investment, it's about cultural diplomacy, it's about showcasing the influence that Africa has on the UK, so that at least on the table we have a voice. We have people who are making inroads in business, in investment, in sports.
Africa Week UK 2025 was not just an event, it was a statement, a movement, a space to celebrate African stories, honor legacies, spark dialogue, and build connections that transcend borders. Africa Week UK, celebrating African excellence, connecting the world.